It's often one of the first things newcomers notice in Moscow. Hammers, sickles, stars everywhere. Communism is an indelible part of Russia's history and its collective psychology too. Recent polls suggest half of all Russians still think they were actually better off under the Soviet system. At a Moscow exhibition of Stalin-era art, the curator told me of the pride people feel for past glories.
Interest in Joseph Stalin is increasing. It's understandable. We celebrated the 70th anniversary of World War II, and we should not forget who was at the helm of the country and under whose leadership the victory was achieved.
By definition, nostalgia is a longing for the past, and the days of the Soviet Union are gone. But the Communist Party never went away as a political force, and actually in the 21st century they've consistently come second in parliamentary elections. Now, Putin's Kremlin has always thought that was a manageable situation, but with elections approaching again, there are signs that the Kremlin is worried about a possible communist resurgence.
United Russia, headed by Prime Minister Medvedev, is Putin's parliamentary party. At its 2016 convention, Medvedev singled out the communists as its main electoral threat. And Putin surprised many recently with a rare attack on Lenin. He said the revolutionary had planted an atomic bomb under Russia with the way he'd stitched the Soviet Union together. Ultimately, Russia's parliament is a tightly managed body with almost no room for genuine opposition. But political analyst Nikolai Petrov still thinks Russia's poor economic situation can hurt United Russia.
The plan is not to make any changes, not to take any risk, to keep very old-fashioned party system, including communists who are pretty loyal to the Kremlin, but not to let them to get too many votes, which will make them more autonomous.
Petrov told me the Kremlin has learned lessons from 2011's parliamentary elections, when obvious vote rigging kick-started months of mass protests. He says Putin would rather lose a few Duma seats than go through that again. So the questions are, can the communists really dent United Russia's grip on parliament? And if they do, what will the consequences be? We'll have to wait till September's elections to find out, but it's certainly something Russia's power elites are worried about. Rory Challens, Al Jazeera, Moscow.